You ever walk into a room and instantly feel irritated for no reason? The TV is on. Someone's talking. Your phone buzzes. The lights feel too bright. Your clothes suddenly feel annoying. And now your brain is overloaded before the day even starts. Then people look at you like you're overreacting. But if you have ADHD, your brain isn't weak, it's processing everything at the same time. And the problem is, most people are trying to improve their focus without fixing the environment that's draining them every single day. So in this video, we're going to talk about why ADHD brains experience sensory overload so intensely, and how learning to control your personal environment can completely change your energy, focus, and emotional stability, because sometimes the issue isn't laziness, sometimes your nervous system is just exhausted.
One of the hardest things to explain about ADHD is that your brain notices everything. Most people can tune things out naturally: background conversations, a ticking clock, the tag on their shirt, the fluorescent light buzzing overhead. But ADHD brains often struggle with filtering unnecessary input. So instead of your brain saying, "Not important," ignore that. It keeps everything turned up at full volume, and that becomes exhausting. This is why simple environments can feel overwhelming. A crowded grocery store can feel mentally painful. Too much noise can instantly drain your motivation. A cluttered room can make you freeze instead of focus. And here's what makes it worse. A lot of ADHD adults grew up being told they were too sensitive or dramatic. So instead of adjusting the environment, they blamed themselves. They kept forcing themselves to function in spaces that constantly overstimulated them, then wondered why they were always burned out. This is the part most people misunderstand. Sensory overload doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like procrastination. You sit down to work, but your brain refuses to start, not because you don't care, but because the room is noisy, your desk is cluttered, your notifications keep going off, you're already mentally overloaded before the task even begins, and ADHD brains have a hard time prioritizing input. So your nervous system starts treating everything like an emergency. That's why tiny things can suddenly push you over the edge. Someone asking one more question, one more sound, one more interruption, and then you snap. Shut down. Or disappear mentally. This is also why ADHD burnout feels so confusing, because sometimes you're not tired from doing too much, you're tired from processing too much. A lot of ADHD advice focuses on discipline: try harder, wake up earlier, be more organized. But honestly, if your environment constantly overstimulates your nervous system, motivation won't save you. Environment matters more than people realize. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some places instantly calm you down, while others make your brain chaotic within minutes? That's not random. ADHD brains are highly reactive to external input, which means your surroundings can either support your focus or destroy it. This was a huge realization for me, because for years I thought I had a motivation problem, but really, I had an overstimulation problem. Too much noise, too much clutter, too many tabs open, too many notifications, too many unfinished tasks staring at me at once. My brain never got a chance to breathe. And when your brain never rests, eventually everything feels hard, even simple things. So let's talk about what actually helps. Not perfection, not becoming some ultra-disciplined productivity robot, just practical ways to make your environment work with your ADHD brain instead of against it. 1. Reduce visual noise. ADHD brains are extremely affected by what they see. When your environment is visually chaotic, your brain stays mentally open. It's constantly scanning, constantly processing, constantly thinking about unfinished things. That's why clutter can feel physically stressful. So start small. Don't try to organize your whole life overnight. Just create one calm zone. Maybe it's your desk, your nightstand, one corner of your room, a space where your brain can relax instead of react, because calm environments reduce mental friction, and mental friction is what drains ADHD energy fast. 2. Control sound on purpose. Noise affects ADHD more than people realize. Some people need silence, others focus better with controlled background sound like rain, brown noise, or instrumental music. The key is intentional sound, not random sound. Because random noise forces your brain to keep shifting attention, that's exhausting. Even wearing headphones in busy environments can lower stress faster than you think, and if certain sounds instantly irritate you. Stop forcing yourself to tolerate them just because other people can. Your nervous system matters too. And eventually your nervous system stays stuck in survival mode, so build small recovery moments into your day, 5 minutes without noise, a short walk outside, dim lighting at night, putting your phone across the room. Tiny resets matter more than people think, especially for ADHD brains. For example, if your room gets messy fast. Open bins may work better than complicated storage systems. If you forget water, keep bottles visible. If your phone distracts you, charge it away from your workspace. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is reducing friction between you and the life you want to live. If you take anything from this video, let it be this: ADHD brains are deeply affected by environment, and constantly forcing yourself to survive overstimulation will eventually turn into burnout, shame, and exhaustion. So stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What around me is overwhelming my nervous system?" That question changes everything. You do not need a perfect life overnight, just one calmer space, one less distraction, one small adjustment that helps your brain breathe. Start there, and if this video helped you feel understood, subscribe to the channel. We're building practical self-improvement for ADHD brains without guilt, fake productivity, or toxic pressure, one small step at a time. Let's improve together.